Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of ConflictSMP. Well, not another episode, this is episode 1 of season 2. So if you don't know what ConflictSMP is, it's basically a server where a bunch of friends just have fun, be stupid. Don't worry, this season there's actually gonna be some conflict. We already have some conflict going on, at the end of at the end of episode 2, beginning of episode 3, there's gonna be a bunch of conflict going on. So, yeah. We got some conflict, and it's not nice, but, the shoe fits wear it, I guess. Anyways, hope you enjoy. Let's get on with this video. By the way, let me just say something. So, what you can notice in this video is I'm teamed up with Bootman and Neo. Neo's another guy, but he doesn't come. I'm also teamed up with Canadian and a guy named Game Over. I saw a team. There's another team called the Apples, which is Left and a few others. Dan is on his own doing Dan stuff. I don't really know what he's doing. Now 3 of us have been fighting over this forest. It's the dark oak forest. You'll see it a little bit later. It's not the biggest, with 3 tribes trying to climb it. Yeah, we're trying to climb it, guys. Trying to claim it. It's getting pretty crowded. So, I mean, that's going to be a pretty interesting thing. My goal is to take over it all. My team also has the 3 best PvPers, a pretty good PvPer, and Canadian. So, we got a pretty good team going. So, we'll see how it happens on the server. I'll have to keep you updated. But for now, we just mined up some stone, some ore, and I was talking to Boot in private chats. That way, Dan didn't hear us. And basically, me and Boot weren't going to tell Dan we were teaming at this point, because we were acting like we were separate. That way, Dan would have some confidence. But in all words, we were teaming from the get-go. We agreed that we were going to team this season at the very end of last season. So, our whole goal is to get everything done here. Now, I will say, why are videos coming out slower now? It's not because I'm losing interest. It's mainly because that I'm back in school. I finally came back after surgery. So, recording not only takes, I have 140 minutes of footage, and then editing it takes a good hour, 2 hours, 2.5. So, it takes me a hot second to get all this stuff done, but nonetheless, I am continuing the grind. Hopefully, my goal is to edit this and edit episode 2, get episode 2 done by the end of the school week at least, which is Thursday. We have Friday off. And hopefully be caught up soon, because I do want to live stream on the server. The issue with live streaming is if I'm not caught up, it just kind of throws the timeline in whack, because what? Why is bro have netherite when last time we saw him he has iron? You know what I mean? Kind of throws the timeline in whack. So you might get live streams later on, you might not. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, I've been talking for 3 minutes at this point. You guys want to see some actual gameplay, I understand. So, I'll cut to anything interesting. This will probably be a shorter episode, since not much actually interesting happens for a while. Though, until later, when we go and fight the dragon. We fight the dragon in episode 2, but we get ready, we go to the nether, we get some farms set up, and everything else. Especially in between episodes, Neo did a lot to show his commitment. After a good 20 minutes, I finally found an area I wanted to set up my house. Which, to be fair, we're on the very edge of that forest, but we're expanding towards it. So, that's why we're such a big issue. Now, I originally was just going to dig a hole here, but, I kind of liked the area. So, we actually built our house here, which you'll see through episode 1, episode 2. That we built our house here. And this is me and Boot's main house. The camp's grown a bit. We had Neo's house until it was blown up. We have Game Over's house. Katie will probably make a house. So, we have a good community going here. We also have some farms in present day, but, gotta start small. This happens when all my videos come out, 3 days after I record them. It's I know what happened, and, it's been so long that it's honestly I forget certain things, so I have to re-watch the clips, which is kind of annoying. But I just dug this area out, added some campfire, bed, all that, so that way me and Boot could actually have somewhere to rest. So we have this mod called the Easy Redstone mod, which I've never used really. I mean, I've used it in creative just to test it out, but I've never really used it, so I was getting ready to set down a farm or something that we could make, and I spent a while digging out an area, and I just never make anything here. But I was also deciding what to make, what did we need most. I was debating between a food farm, or honestly, part of me wanted to make an automatic smelter, and I was going back and forth on what we should make, because mainly we need a lot of resources, and also I want to focus on guns, because we have guns and planes in this mod pack. I mean, this is pretty good. We have the planes mod and the blasters add-on, so, you know, this is going to be pretty fun. We also have farming pots, so we can get food like that if we really want to. We have this and that and that and this and this and that and that and this, you know what I mean, like... But there's a lot of cool mods. The mods are very different from Season 1. We don't have the mechanics mod. There's a few extra mods that we added. A few mods took away. We took away the train mod. Took away this, that. I know I spent a lot of time explaining. That's because not much happens in this episode. Because, like, it's just pretty much grinding. Which is, you know, the start of any episode, really. We're grinding to get ore, grinding to get blasters, grinding to get farms up and running. So yeah, not much really happens episode 1, even though it's like 140 minutes of footage. Really, it's just caving and digging and tree chopping and all that. But we eventually settle. I eventually settle on making an iron farm, which I actually never make. Neo finishes it. I was going to make it on episode 2, but Neo kind of stole my iron farm. But it's fine, because I'm digging it out anyways, because my original plan was to make a chicken farm, so we had food, but I honestly realized that I could use farming pots to get, like, bread and stuff, and that's probably much better. So I switch up my plan to not use that, and instead get farming pots to make food, and I don't like how the farming pot mod is really, really, really bad until you get, like, a emerald, diamond, and netherite tiers. Like, it's not that great, which I guess it's fair. I mean, it's infinite food for free, but also, like, you're not always at base. The chunks aren't always loaded. I do think it should be a little bit faster, but yeah, it is annoying mining through all that when there's the blue things. So later I figured out how to turn them off, but for now I did not know what to do. So I was just trying to mine through. Also, you'll find with this mod is that there'll be like a piece of grass somewhere and you have to go scour it because it stops your whole farm completely from being built. It's a bit annoying. I have some issues with this mod, but it's still a pretty fun mod. Probably won't be in Season 3. I have some ideas for Season 3, but I don't know about Season 3 will be a little bit longer. Well, Season 2 will be a little bit longer than Season 1, mainly because Season 1 kind of ended really badly because the server started corrupting, so we switched to a Season 2, which shouldn't happen again. I fixed that issue. Okay, so this should last a bit longer than, what, the 2 weeks first season lasted. Also, I have a hide-and-seek map thing I did with Dan that I really should edit, but I've been focused on trying to get these videos caught up. So if you guys really want that, let me know, and I will get that out soon. I'm gonna make some more content like that, like to find the button and that, but it's really hard trying to balance between ConflictSMP. It's not even the making it, it's the editing, really, which is the harder part, because that takes a lot more time, plus, you know, I can't do other stuff while I'm editing. I can't be playing games or anything. So, I don't know. What do you guys prefer? Me focus heavily on the ConflictSMP or do some other fun stuff? I also have a Dead by Daylight video in the works, which I think I need to do a few more games. That Bed Wars video that I said I'd do 3 months ago, maybe I'll do it one day now since Boot's back. You know, these are just things that we will see. It's rough, okay? You know, I'm just one man. I'll have school, homework, kind of a life, but... Anyways, we got it up and running. I got so sidetracked today. I'm sorry, guys. We got it up and running, smelt some ores, got some stuff, and that was pretty much it for a while. I did some more of that. And here you will see the first appearance of Boatman. The boat of the server. Idiot. Whatever he goes by these days. You know, he is a man of many names. He also assaults people. Assault man? Assault boot? Kicker? I don't know. Figure out a name for him. Also, crafted our first guns. They're not the best, but they shoot. And, yeah. They shoot. You like that part? That's pretty good. It's, like, they're not that good right now because we're using really horrible guns because we're really poor. We're poor people, poor idiots. But, you know, eventually they'll be good. Hopefully, maybe. We'll see. In all that time-lapse time you just saw, I was... Oh god, I dropped my controller. In all that time... I suck at English. In all that time-lapse you just saw, Boot completely changed the base. Don't know why he did that. Like, I guess now that's forced to be our permanent base. I didn't plan on making that a permanent base, but I guess Boot kind of decided for me. But, I mean, it's not the worst location. We're on the very edge of the most contested spot on the server. Everyone wants to own the Dark Forest, because apparently we need to own the entirety of the Dark Forest. You can't, like, own your part. But, I don't know. Like, Dan decided to build his thing straight in the middle. He's gonna get invaded so quickly. Like, I'm surprised if he lasts too long before the left apples attack. I'm not gonna lie to you. Left apple's gonna attack him in, like, 5 seconds. You know, we'll see how long peace can happen. Peace is already not happening. I mean, Neo's house got blown up. Somebody, not me, definitely, dropped a tree from a bomber into Dan's house. Not me, though. It wasn't me. I would never do something like that. Like, that's just so mean of somebody. So peace is already failing, which is very nice to see on a server that called ConflictSMP. I guess we did too much SMP last season. We have to do conflict. Maybe we shouldn't have added blaster and plane mods, you know, oversight. Gotta love it. Imagine if I went to the nether just to die. That'd be so funny and hilarious, guys, right? Anyways, that's the end of episode 1. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys next time. And I guess this is actually episode 7, but shh, don't tell anyone about that. We totally did not end ConflictSMP far before we thought we would. This is season 2, completely different.